Nobody talks about this, but the best used 4x4s for seniors are not the ones with the biggest price tags or the fanciest badges. They are the ones sitting on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace right now, priced under $4,500, that some retired couple drove to church on Sundays and got every oil change on schedule at the dealership. I see these come through my shop all the time, and it kills me watching people walk right past them to go finance a $22,000 crossover they do not need. After 22 years turning wrenches, I have learned something. Seniors do not need flashy. They need easy to get into, easy to maintain, and impossible to kill. These three nail all of that. And number one might be the single best cheap 4x4 nobody is recommending. Let's get into it. Number 3, Subaru Forester, 2009 to 2013. Number 3 is the 4x4 that sells itself to anyone who actually sits in one, but almost nobody cross-shops it because they think Subaru is only for granola hikers and ski bums. Meanwhile, every retired couple I have put into one of these calls, me 6 months later asking why nobody told them sooner. I had a gentleman come in last spring, 71 years old with bad knees, looking for something with all-wheel drive for Michigan winters. He was about to buy a 2006 Ford Explorer with 140,000 miles for $4,200. I pulled him aside and said, "Before you do that, look at this." I showed him a 2010 Subaru Forester 2.5X with 128,000 miles, listed for $4,100 on Facebook Marketplace. He bought it. 8 months later, he told me it was the best vehicle he has owned in 30 years. Total repairs since purchase were a new battery and an oil change. That is it. Here is why the Forester works so well for seniors specifically. The step in height is perfect. It is not so low that you are falling into it like a sedan, and it is not so high that you need a running board to climb in. Subaru designed the Forester at what engineers call a natural hip height, which means you step in almost level. For anyone with joint issues, that is everything. The visibility is outstanding. The greenhouse, meaning the window area, is enormous compared to modern crossovers that look like bunkers. You can actually see out of this thing. The pillars are thin, the windows are tall, and the sight lines are clear. For seniors who are concerned about blind spots, the Forester is one of the best vehicles ever made in that regard. Now, the drivetrain. Every Forester comes standard with Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive, not optional, not a package. That means every single one you find on the used market has all-wheel drive. The system is simple and effective. It constantly sends power to all four wheels, and in winter conditions, it provides confident traction without the driver having to push a button or flip a switch. From 2009 to 2010, models use the EJ25, a 2.5-liter boxer 4-cylinder engine paired with a 4-speed automatic. It is not exciting, but it is proven. From 2011 to 2013, models received the updated FB25 engine, which addressed earlier oil consumption concerns and improved fuel economy. Now here's the caveat. I will be straight with you. The EJ25 engine in the models from 2009 to 2010 has a known head gasket weakness. If you are buying one of these, ask if the head gaskets have been done. If they have, with proof, you are golden. If they have not, factor $1,200 to $1,800 into the price for a shop to do the job. Once the head gaskets are done, the engine is solid for another 100,000 miles easily. The 2011 and newer FB25 engine mostly resolved this issue. Inspection checklist for seniors buying a used Forester. First, check for a sweet smell from the coolant overflow tank or any milky residue on the oil cap. That indicates head gasket trouble. Second, test the all-wheel drive on a gravel lot with slow, tight turns. If you feel any binding or vibration, walk away. Third, look at the CV boots on the front axles. Cracked boots are an easy $300 fix, but they tell you the car was not maintained. Fourth, check that all the windows go up and down smoothly. Subaru window regulators can fail. It is about $250 per window. Average price right now for a 2010 to 2012 Forester with 110,000 to 140,000 miles is $3,200 to $4,500. You are getting standard all-wheel drive, a comfortable ride height, some of the best visibility on the road, and a vehicle with a loyal following of mechanics who know these inside and out. But if the Forester has you thinking, wait until you hear about number 2. This one depreciates like crazy because it does not have a Toyota badge. Yet the engine in it routinely goes over 250,000 miles on nothing but maintenance. Number 2, Honda CR-V, 2007 to 2011. This is the compact 4x4 that mechanics buy for their parents. I am not exaggerating. I know at least 5 guys in my shop network who put their mothers or fathers into a third-generation CR-V because it checks every single box for a senior driver, and it costs next to nothing to keep on the road. Last year, a woman brought in a 2008 CR-V EXL with all-wheel drive. She bought it new in 2008, drove it for 16 years, and wanted to know if she should replace it. It had 214,000 miles on it. I put it on the lift, checked everything, and the only thing it needed was rear brake pads and a new serpentine belt. I told her to keep driving it. She looked relieved. That is the Honda CR-V in a nutshell. It does not excite you. It does not impress your neighbors, but it absolutely refuses to break down. The heart of the 2007 to 2011 CR-V is the 2.4-liter K24 four-cylinder engine. This engine uses a timing chain, not a belt. That means no $800 timing belt replacement every 100,000 miles. The chain is designed to last the life of the engine. Paired with a 5-speed automatic transmission, this powertrain is as straightforward and dependable as it gets. It makes 166 horsepower, which is plenty for grocery runs and highway merging. Honda's real-time all-wheel drive system is simple. It sends power to the front wheels during normal driving and automatically routes torque to the rear when the fronts slip. For snow, rain, and loose gravel, it works perfectly. For seniors who want peace of mind in winter but are not planning to go rock crawling, it is ideal. Now let me talk about what matters most for older drivers. The interior layout. Honda nailed it with this generation. The seats are at a natural height. The dashboard is uncluttered. The controls are intuitive with no complicated menus to navigate. The gauges are clear and easy to read. The rear seats fold flat with one pull, creating a massive cargo area for walkers, wheelchairs, or a week's worth of groceries. RepairPal gives the Honda CR-V a reliability rating that consistently ranks near the top of its class. Average annual maintenance costs run around $407, which is lower than the segment average and significantly lower than the $652 average across all vehicles. Current used prices are where this gets interesting. A 2008 Honda CR-V EX with all-wheel drive and 130,000 to 160,000 miles is running $3,000 to $4,500, depending on condition and location. Kelley Blue Book has trade-in values on a 2008 model in the $3,500 range, which means private party deals are regularly landing under $4,500. Inspection tips for seniors. First, check the oil level and color. The K24 engine can consume oil on higher mileage examples, especially 2010 and 2011 models. If the oil is low and dark, the previous owner was not keeping up. Second, listen for any whining from the rear differential. On all-wheel drive models, if the differential fluid was neglected, it can develop noise. A $200 fluid change should have been done every 30,000 miles. Third, test the air conditioning hard. Some of these had air conditioning compressor failures, and replacing one runs about $600 to $900. Fourth, look at the rocker panels and rear wheel arches for rust, especially in northern states. Bottom line on the CR-V. You are getting a vehicle that mechanics trust for their own families, priced like the market forgot about it. Now, if you like the CR-Vi, you are going to love number 1. This is the one I have been recommending to seniors for 5 straight years, and nobody ever believes me until they drive one. If this kind of honest advice is helping, hit subscribe. I have more videos like this coming, and I promise to keep giving you the truth the dealerships will not. Number 1. Toyota RAV4 from 2009 to 2012. Number 1 is a compact 4x4 that shares its V6 engine with the Lexus RX 350, and Toyota's legendary reliability is actually backed up by the data. It is selling for under $4,500 because people think any Toyota with more than 120,000 miles is used up. It is not even close. Let me tell you about a customer who changed my mind about what high mileage means. 2 years ago, a retired school teacher, 68 years old, brought in a 2009 RAV4 V6 with 287,000 miles on it. She bought it new and drove it every day for over a decade. Her maintenance records fit in a binder. Every oil change, every filter, every fluid service documented. I inspected it front to back. Original engine, original transmission. It needed front struts and a water pump. That was it at 287,000 miles. I told her it had another 50,000 miles in it. Easy. She just smiled and said, "I know." Here is why the 2009 to 2012 RAV4 is my number 1 for seniors. Toyota fixed the 4-cylinder oil consumption issues that plagued the 2006 to 2008 models. If you are buying in this year range, you are getting the improved engine with far fewer reported problems. The engine uses a timing chain, not a belt. If you can find a V6 model, and they are out there, you are getting the 3.5-liter 2 GRFE. That is the same engine family used in the Lexus RX 350 and the Toyota Highlander. It is arguably the most reliable 6-cylinder engine Toyota has ever produced. Naturally aspirated, no turbo to fail, timing chain driven, and it produces 269 horsepower, which is overkill for a compact SUV, but it means you never feel underpowered merging onto the highway. The 4-wheel drive system is one of the simplest in the segment. It runs in front-wheel drive mode during normal driving, and it engages the rear wheels automatically when slip is detected. There is also a lock mode that fixes the power split 50-50 for snow or loose surfaces. For a senior in a cold climate or on unpaved roads, this system is a real difference maker. The seating position is another reason this works for older drivers. It is higher than a sedan, but not as high as a truck. Getting in and out does not require a step or a handle. The door openings are wide. For someone with a hip replacement or knee issues, this ergonomic design matters more than horsepower or towing ratings. Now let us talk money. A 2009 to 2011 RAV4 with 120,000 to 160,000 miles in good condition will sell for $3,800 to $4,500 for a four-cylinder model. V6 models carry a slight premium, but you can still find them under $4,500 if you are patient. The Toyota tax is real, but it is less aggressive on the RAV4 than on the 4Runner or Tacoma. That works in your favor. Repairs are reasonable and predictable. Brake pads for all four wheels cost about $280. Water pump replacement is around $450 to $600. Struts are roughly $700 for all four. Those are the big-ticket items, and none of them are going to bankrupt you. Inspection checklist. First, if you are looking at a four-cylinder, check for oil consumption. Pull the dipstick and look at the level. 2009 and newer models are significantly better than 2006 to 2008, but they are still worth checking. Second, test the four-wheel drive. Find a gravel lot, engage lock mode, and do low-speed turns. Listen for grinding or clunking. Third, check for rust under the body, especially on vehicles from northern states. The rear suspension mounting points are where corrosion shows up first. Fourth, open and close the rear hatch. Some RAV4 models from this era have a side-swinging hatch with a spare tire mounted on the back. Make sure the hinges are tight and the hatch is not sagging. Here is my final take. This is the best 4x4 a senior can buy for under $4,500. It is not glamorous. Nobody is going to stop you in a parking lot to compliment it. But 5 years from now, when you have spent less on maintenance than most people spend on a single car payment, you will understand why mechanics keep recommending it. So there it is, 3 4x4s that the market overlooked, but mechanics did not. The Subaru Forester has standard all-wheel drive, the best visibility in its class, and a step-in height that feels like it was made for bad knees. The Honda CR-V has the bulletproof K24 engine, and maintenance costs so low they are almost boring, and the Toyota RAV4, a compact SUV that shares its DNA with Lexus, costs less than most people's monthly grocery bill. You now know 3 vehicles you can buy for under $4,500 that will run circles around crossovers costing 5 times as much. Next time someone tells you that you need to spend $25,000 to get a reliable all-wheel drive SUV, you will know better. If you want to see which SUVs have truly earned legendary status in the shop, the ones I have watched refuse to die after hundreds of thousands of miles. I did a whole video on that. It is right here. 22 years of turning wrenches all in one place. Like if this helped. Subscribe for more straight talk. I will keep giving you the truth dealerships will not. Drive safe. Take care of your car, and it will take care of you. Take it or leave it. I will see you in the next one.